Hello everybody, AJ Ryzik here, and I've got a quick little Gimp tutorial for you today. I'm going to show you how I made this powered by Kubuntu wallpaper. It was real easy to do. Like I said, I did it in Gimp. It took me maybe 15 minutes tops. And I've done other GIMP tutorials in the past, and like I said, I'm not much of an artist, but GIMP and Krita and Inkscape, all those, they give those of us who are artistically challenged the tools so that we can create something that looks halfway decent. So, let's not talk about it anymore. Let's just get started. So let's start out by creating a new document. So we'll go to File, New, and we'll make the size 1920 by 1080, which gives you a 1080p image. And I'll set the dots per inch at 300, and we'll fill it with the background color, which is this orange here. Now let's create another layer, and we'll call it dark blue. What you call it isn't important as long as it serves as a reference for what's going on here. So let's set our color at the dark blue. We use the bucket tool to fill up that layer with that dark blue. Now let's make another layer, and we'll call it green. Guess what color we're going to paint that? Okay, so we'll use the lasso tool, and holding the shift button down, we're going to make an angled line, and then click, and then we're just outlining an area that we want to fill with the color. So once we get back to our starting point, we've selected an area. Now let's select the green color, and you will use the bucket tool, and it fills in that selected area. Now we need a little bit of a shadow, so we'll go up to filters, light and shadow, and go to drop shadow. I'll just stick with the default settings. You could tweak them if you like. That gives a little bit of a shadow. So let's go with another layer, and we'll call it light blue this time. And I'm going to slide it up so that's the top layer. Okay, and okay, now we're going to use a lasso tool again, and essentially do the same thing, just a little bit smaller triangular area that we're going to mark off. So same thing, hold the shift button down so you can draw straight lines, and boom, there we go. And this time we're going to fill it with the lighter blue color. And there's the bucket. Boom, there we go. We'll go and we'll do a drop shadow again. So go to filters, and I'm just going to do the repeat button there. It'll repeat exactly what you did as far as filters goes. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to show the grid because it's going to help with lining up my text. Let's open the text tool, and I'm using the Trebuchet MS Bold for my font. You could really use whatever you wanted. I just like this font. So we'll mark out our font area, and we'll put in our first line of text. The box isn't quite big enough. Let's enlarge it a little so everything's all on the same line. We'll select the text, and I want to shrink that down a bit, make it about a 140. Yeah, there we go. And now using the handles, I can move things around a little bit as far as the text goes, and I'll use that grid as kind of an alignment tool. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's make another text box now, and we'll use that for the part that says Kubuntu. There we go, make that about 290. And now the same thing, I'll use the handles to kind of move it around, get aligned and whatnot. In theory, I could have done all the text in one text box. I just found that when you've got text that is in different fonts and different sizes, alignment is just a whole lot easier if you put it in separate boxes like I just did there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now what we'll do is we'll merge the two text boxes. So we'll just right click and do a merge down. Now all the text is in one layer, and I'll move that up so that it's the top layer. Now we're going to do an alpha to selection, which selects all the text. Come over to edit, and we'll click clear, and then for each underlying layer except for the background layer, we're going to do the same thing. So clear, 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 clear. And so now you can see the orange showing through. Now we're going to go to select and invert the selection, and we're going to do another drop shadow, and this will give us a drop shadow on the powered by Kubuntu part. And by doing this, it gives the effect of a cutout text. So you can see it kind of looks cut out now. And if you click Control Shift A, it unselects everything. So now I'm going to use, just to clean things up, using the rectangular select tool to just kind of trim the edges a bit. We'll just we'll select an area and then go to let's see, where is it, under image, and crop the selection, and boom, there it is, all finished. As you can see, really quick, fairly easy to do. Really the thing that took me the longest was picking out the colors that I wanted. And maybe the colors don't really fit you, but you could change them to whatever you wanted. A good source, if you could just go online and do a search for like flat UI color palettes, it'll give you some color combinations that supposedly look good together. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, so you have to decide whether it looks good to you. But the color combo that I came up with, I think it looks pretty good. But anyway, that about finishes the video up. Questions, comments, all that kind of stuff, leave it down below. I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thanks a lot.